Something about the fresh suede. Something about the double soles and the smell of that. And you got Stan Bowleg when you get it? Nah, man. B. Lotto Richie back, cleaner than before. Meaner than before. I mean, I'm really from the bottom, sleeping on the floor. I'm a boar, cut from a cloth, Jesus with a war. I used to try on clothes and leave them at the store. Then Jose gave me the key to every door. I got some niggas that'll squeeze if you sneeze. We don't need to go to war, pimpin'.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the world's most dangerous podcast.
Dope Dealers Podcast.
You know what it is, episode 8.
Episode 8.
The podcast is great.
We here.
We here. It's Jamal Doman.
Tobe Hixx.
You know what it is, man. We want to thank all you guys for listening, man. We are growing and growing.
Yes, we are.
We see our numbers going up, and listen, we growing. This is episode 8, man. We're here, man. We want to appreciate everybody, man. What's up? What's up, Tobe?
Man, just chilling. Hectic week.
Yeah, it's going down. And we got a special guest, man. Coming in. This is I think this is our first Latino, Hispanic guest on the show. So, yeah, we got a lot of emails. Hey, man, you got to represent for the brown people, man. We got to get...
Yeah.
So, man, we want to bring him in. He's a good friend of ours. We've known him for years, man. This man has lost more weight than Tobe weighs.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
I don't even recognize him.
I know.
You know
he's the first time we met him.
Worked all over, man. Worked on Mundos, performed at Viva Los Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. You see him all over. He is a respected comic, man. I met him because we did El Paso. Was it El Paso? Yeah, years ago we met at El Paso. We co-headline, man. Very funny, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dope Dealers, welcome Julio Gonzalez.
Julio, what's up, boy?
What's up, Julio?
Man, it's a good day today.
Yes, man. It's a good day because you here.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Man,
I appreciate being the token Latino too, man.
Hey, man, listen, man, listen, man, you represent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You represent for all the people, man, all the brown, black, yellow, white, all representation, man. You make everybody laugh.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I love about you. You're not just, you know, some comics just do their own, you universal. You know what I mean? You can
gotta be.
Yeah, you can make everybody laugh.
I try not to limit my money.
There you go.
Yeah.
You said, man, I need that church money.
Yeah.
I need that clean money. I need that corporate money. I need that hood money. That's what's up, man. Well, thanks for coming, man. How you been? What you been up to, man?
Oh, working my ass off, man.
Yeah.
Working my ass. So, yeah, I got a bunch of shows coming up. Laughlin, I've never been out there, so I'll be enjoying that out there for the first
The
time.
Laughlin gig is cool. Yeah, I did that one. Yeah.
Dude, yeah,
on the
I'm
weekend.
looking forward to that.
And it won't be hot if you're going sometime soon. I went there in the middle of the summer. That shit was, oh my God, I damn near died. I was down to 50 pounds.
I always have the bad luck of going to the hot places when it's hot, man. Like Arizona too, June.
Yeah.
But El Paso, we probably did it on the hot month.
You ain't never go to the middle. Did you go to the Middle East when it's hot? Now that's
No.
Now, me and Tobe been over Iraq.
It was 130.
Yeah, 130. Try 130.
Damn, bro, that's not even
You would have been
right,
lost
bro.
a lot of weight if you would.
Oh yeah, right. I would.
Hey, one good thing about that Laughlin gig is that you can just walk right across the street. It's a dispensary. All you gotta do is walk across the street. It's perfect.
That's perfect.
Right across from the casino in Laughlin.
What was that? Is that Entertainment Max? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the one you know. Is that okay? All right, cool. Yeah, that's a cool gig. I did that Labor Day weekend last year, man. You're gonna have fun out there, man. So, man, listen, man, there's a lot of things different from you than when I met you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're looking, you're making me, you're putting me to shame, man. I'm thinking I'm slim and trim. Look at you, man. How many pounds you lose, man? First thing, congratulations on that, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we got to ring the bell on that.
And
man.
he's kept it off. See, that's the thing. A lot of people have lost, but shit, they gained it back. I seen motherfuckers gaining back, but he's done a good job of not gaining it
And you did
back.
yours without surgery?
Yeah, without surgery.
Man,
No gastric, none of that.
Wow.
None
So
of that, just food.
Just let the people know, how many pounds have you lost?
It's been like over 130 now.
Wow. Yeah, that is what Tobe weighs about 132. So.
And how long has it been? How long of a period of time?
It started back in 2013 June, and I remember that because I took the whole month off of comedy. Like, depression's a bitch, bro. Like, I took it all off, and I just concentrated on myself. what is it that I want for myself? You know, respecting myself too. Like how am I gonna do this? And then I just engorged in documentaries about bodies and how it works and all kinds of stuff. Like, I learned about chewing food, the importance of it, and saliva is the beginning of the digestion.
What finally made you say, I've got to lose this weight?
It was me sitting down. I was after a shower. I'm sitting down taking a shit. Then I'm looking down and I'm like, this ain't normal, man. Like, I can't be looking like this.
What was
this
the biggest?
ain't right?
What was the biggest you was at?
It was 360 pounds.
360. Oh.
Yeah, 360.
You didn't seem like when I met you.
I carried it well.
Yeah, you seemed like you was like the fluffy guy, the teddy bear.
Yeah, but I got some pictures that you'll be like, oh yeah. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He was.
Like you said, you learned about chewing. I wrote that down. Chewing food. Like what? Explain
What the
that.
hell?
Dude, like, I don't know if you ever heard that. Like, back in the days, old people would, like, chew your food 30 times.
My grandma used to say that.
My grandmother still say that shit.
Yeah, so, like, I heard it explained a different way, too. They say, drink your food and chew your water. Meaning that when you take a bite of something, you liquefy it to the point where it's just like a liquid, then you swallow it. That's the digestion starting is with the saliva. So the saliva mixing in with the food is what starts to break it down. It doesn't start in the stomach. It starts in the mouth. Wow. So a lot of people make that mistake of just taking a big old chunk and then swallowing it down.
No.
Yeah.
So you got to chew it.
You chew it till it's liquid.
Wow. Okay.
And then pass it through. And then they say the same thing with water. When you drink water, don't just drink it on down, but just swish it in your mouth around. Let it mix up with the saliva again and then pass it through.
Okay.
Like this is the stuff they won't teach you in school. Like you gotta want to learn these things.
Right.
And then I found it by accident,
And all that shit helps with the weight loss process.
All that helps with the weight loss process too. And then switching my food around too. Like I don't really talk about it that much, but I went vegan. Yeah, it took me like years to do it.
Right.
At first it was just reducing meat.
Right.
Just making a little bit or getting a piece and then powdering it up, just like chopping it up till it's powdered, and then I throw it on top of nachos or whatever the hell I was eating at the time. But other than that, the main thing that did it was the intake of vegetables and fruit. Just straight up, just more fiber, more nutrition from it right there. And I didn't exercise. I didn't do anything when I lost the first 80 pounds.
Right. Because it was all diet. That's why I try to, people be telling me it's more your diet.
Yeah.
You have to change your diet.
I heard it's 70% is diet, right? And then 25 is your workout, and then the rest is genetics, just how you're born, It could be fucked up, but that's only like so small. So I can decide, because I know a lot of friends that don't want to diet. Like it's like an addiction. And I don't want to give it up. I don't want to diet. They see it as like the ultimate fail. So they rather exercise and do it that way. But you're putting 100% of effort into something that's only 25% of it.
Exactly. Wow.
So I moved to the food.
Right.
I moved to the food and I said, fuck the workout, because I'm tired, man. I had to work. I had to do all kinds of stuff. I didn't want to do more. So I just stuck with the food, and then I overate like hell. I told myself the perfect situation for me is eating as much as I want and still losing weight.
Right.
So in order for me to do that, it had to be vegetables, fruit. Vegetables, fruit, a little bit of processed food. Right. And then I was just like dusting it with meat and cheese until the point where I just said,
were you an overweight child?
You know what? As a little kid, I was skinny as hell. They got a picture of me standing next to the broom. You don't know which one's which, bro. I was small, man.
Damn. At what age did you start to gain weight?
Man, I gained it, I would say, about before junior high for sure. So like elementary and all that right there. I
started to get big.
I started to get big, and then it just kept going big. I mean, like now, I don't think I weighed this much when I was back in high school. So back in high school, weighed more.
So all during high school, now that you were overweight or whatever, I mean, did people fuck with you? Did you
No, I was the funniest dude. Like, everybody still wanted to hang out. I mean, I think that's what made me the funniest dude, because if somebody, cap on me, I cap back, or keep going.
That's the same way it was with me being skinny. It was the opposite. You know, I was a funny one because motherfuckers always talked about how skinny I was. And that's how it started.
Yeah, you had to come back with that. Yeah. So they thank them.
I think Kevin Hart used to tell me that a lot because he got it for being short, and that's kind of how he was so used to. That's why he's good at snaps, because he all his life, they had short joke. Kev said, I've heard every short joke, so I was able to. I know what .
bounce back from that. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you said you got to your worst and you decided that's it.
Yeah, basically it's I'm better than this. And it was like a whole mental trip. I joke about it, but it was literally me going up to the mirror and being like, I love you. You're beautiful as you are now. You don't need to lose weight to become special. And it's just me talking to myself and telling me this shit and hyping me up. You know, I'm realizing that in this life, man, the only person I had with me 100% of the time is me.
Right.
And most of the times I would put myself down to the point where if anybody said anything that I thought, I would fuck them up.
Right.
You know, but here I am doing it to myself.
Right.
Yeah. So that was the first switch is speaking good about myself and starting with the head. Right. So after I got that on top, I mean, I got to the point where I'm starting to write it down. Why don't I want to lose weight? Why do I want to lose weight? I don't want to lose weight because I like the food. I don't want to work out. I was being real with myself, just listing them all down. But once I know all my excuses on why I don't want to do it, I was able to come back and combat them. You know, if I don't do it, what's going to happen? Well, I'm probably going to die. Yeah. And that's the scariest one, you know? Yeah. And that's what I was, is just start listing all the reasons why I should or what is good about me doing it, you know? Like one, the women, I'm going to get a lot more women. Right. And, you know, stupid little things like that. So now this list is becoming bigger than that list. Right. And it's motivating me. So it's no longer, I'm no longer being pushed, I'm being pulled. Right. Which was stronger for me, you know, stronger. Right. It's not like... I don't know. I didn't feel like I was like, I gotta work at it, or I gotta cook this again. I was like, hell yeah, this shit tastes good. I was just excited with it, and that's one thing that kept me going. And the reason I think, like you point out, the reason I think is I keep it off because I'm still eating the same stuff. Right, dude. Yeah. You know, so it's just like slowly. Because I know a lot of people that lost it
almost scares you, to think that going back to that, like it's like somebody who got off drugs, you know. Of going back to that.
Exactly. It's exactly that. And it's kind of like...
fear of not getting no more pussy. See, pussy now, so that
not getting the same level.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Sure.
Now, being a comedian, you know, we eat bad because that's the lifestyle that we live in.
That type of shit.
So how were you able to deal with that? Like you know, you still got to be a comedian. You're still out at night. You know,
I'm still hanging out, hanging out with people. Sometimes I would just opt out and be like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to eat anything. Right. So and you know, till the next day. Till the next day. Because that was another thing that I learned too, is like, who the hell decided that we eat 3 times a day or 5 small meals and like the body doesn't know, hey, it's 9 o'clock. How come you haven't had, you know, fucking chicken periods and pig ass yet? Like, it's like, how come you haven't eaten this shit yet? So what made sense to me is eat when you're hungry. Right. And honestly, I did this back when I was big too. I would wake up, not eat breakfast. Sometimes I would have to skip lunch because of work, and then I would, you know, gorge at night. You know, and I kind of do the same. I kind of do the same thing now. And then I realized they had this thing called intermittent fasting, and it made sense to me in the sense where they said the body is meant to starve. It's supposed to. It's designed to starve. You're a refrigerator, right? So whenever you eat something, the body stores it for later. Most of the energy that you're using today, I heard, comes from the last meal you had, not from the one you're eating right now. Right. So things like that just kind of make me take a new approach to it. So I started that, and the result is, you know, what I have currently. Right. And then after a while, I started having this energy, and I started meeting with other people that lost the weight, and I'm like, so how'd you do it? And they're like, I went hiking. So I'm like, cool, I'll show me hiking, and I'll show you the food. And then we had like little switches and stuff.
So this was a whole kind
of operation.
That's a whole lifestyle change.
It is, man. It is, and I got addicted to meet up with.
You had to join in with other food gangsters.
Yeah,
y'all banging.
Everybody, and I was still dealing with some addicts too, man, because I was still dealing with people that would rather work out than change the food. Right. You know, and even I can see it because I mean, there's like, you know how when you know something and then somebody else says something that is fucking not possible, but they don't know it because they don't know what you know. Right. So I was telling somebody, I go, why don't, instead of eating that big ass burrito, why don't you just fucking eat a watermelon until you're full? And they're like, no, but what about all that sugar? I'm like, bitch, you're going to look at the watermelon and then see the burrito and be like, that watermelon's got too much sugar. I better eat this fucking burrito instead.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly.
And for me, it's like, I'll have anything that comes out of the ground.
Yeah.
For me, that's safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, even nowadays, they still go through that GMO bullshit, the organic bullshit, the fact that seedless watermelons probably is not a natural thing. You know, they're just splicing stuff and fucking making them. But the more I stick to stuff that comes out of the ground, the healthier I get. That's just straight up.
Now, so you're vegan now?
Yeah.
So how much into your weight loss process did you become a vegan?
It took over 3 years, almost to the fourth one.
Wow.
Yeah, it took a while.
Man, you like me, man. You
I had to get convinced for it. Yeah. And it wasn't until I started getting sick eating that much again.
Right.
Because like I said, I reduced it. Right.
What,
I said I reduced
sick
it.
eating?
Yeah, because I was always used to eating meat every fucking meal. Like every meal, you look at my plate and it was always dead flesh or brown. Meaning hash browns, anything that's cooked, fried, and French fried, anything like that. None of it was like, broccoli. None of it was squash. None of it was like these made red colors and all these beautiful colors that you get from the plants. Yeah, it was just all dead and brown. So that was what I was used to. So putting in the fiber, putting in the fiber and putting in everything else is what started helping the body, dissolve and all that. And then I would cut down the meat. I would say, you know what? I would get a piece of chicken, probably not that big. And then I would look at the recommendations because being vegan, the first questions people always ask you is where do you get your protein? So I always ask them, well, how much protein does the body need? And that's when they stop becoming the expert. And all of a sudden they don't know shit no more. But in the truth, it's like the size of your fist. I think it was like, shit, man, I don't know if I can be quoted on this, but it was like 70 grams or something like that, which is just a small amount. And that's daily. I would have more than that every fucking meal. Like we don't have a protein deficiency in this country, right? Like people are not dying because they're not eating enough fucking meat.
Exactly.
If anything, people have a fiber deficiency where they're just not getting enough fiber into their body. So once I started cutting it down, and I would just get whatever it is I'm supposed to have for the day, and I would chop it the fuck up. So like literally like just meat powder, and I would throw it on top of nachos or whatever the hell a thing that I would make for myself. And then at one point I was like, you know what? I've been doing good. Let me go celebrate, get a big old steak. I haven't had one in a while. And when after I ate that shit, I was sick, man.
Oh,
it was too much meat.
So
Yeah. So it's like I compare it to like an alcoholic, right? At first, one beer, one shot won't do nothing to you.
Right.
But then you've gone so long without it. When you have one, that first one's gonna get you tipsy.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was realizing, you know what? This meat was probably fucking me up this whole time, but I didn't realize it because it was normal. It was normal to feel like shit.
Yeah.
So then once that started clicking in, I cut out meat. Cheese, I still didn't let go of.
Yeah.
I still had cheese. I would throw cheese on top of this shit, that shit. And then I kept going, and eventually I cut that out. I went back to it one day, same fucking issue. Migraines, I had like stomach. If I would eat anything that had like eggs or anything in it, I can tell right away because it would just like, it felt like the body was just pushing it out. Like, get this shit out of here. That's what it felt like to me, man. But
so it's like you went to school for this stuff.
Dude,
I'm like,
YouTube became my college, man. And I would look at stuff and I would be careful, who it is telling me shit. Because if somebody's selling something, you're just gonna tell me the best stuff.
Yeah.
And then if I find somebody that says, this about this, then I will find somebody that doesn't agree with that, but still has the same amount of credentials so I can see both points.
Do you have somebody that's on YouTube name that you remember that were inspirational to you that might be inspirational to other people?
Yeah, like Dave Wolf Avocado.
Dave Wolf Avocado.
Yeah. Well, Avocado was his nickname given to him, so I think it's like Dave Avocado Wolf or something like that. But this dude, I think you've seen him do like a bunch of the nutritional bullet stuff. I think homeboy's like straight up raw. Like all he does is just raw food intake, and a lot of the times he's like, I didn't even want to cook, so he just blended everything he was eating, just blended and drinking like that. Like those are the hardcore people. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Dave Avocado Wolf is tripping, but check him out. Check him out if you need the help though. But I can't drink my shit.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of documentaries that I was looking at too. Forks Over Knives, also Food Inc. Sugar Coated, Fed Up, like a bunch of them out there that just talk about all these.
I know a lot of people,
all these problems that people are having.
Because I know what Netflix had the what the health.
Yeah, What the Health is the latest one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just looked up David. I got to check him out. I see, first thing came up is David Avocado Wolf is the biggest asshole in the multiverse. I don't know. I gotta believe that. I don't know. I'll look it up.
The second one's nicer.
Yeah, the second one's nicer.
Natural
That's funny
remedies.
as shit.
Yeah, there was another guy too named I can't remember. Was it John? I can't remember. It was John Gabriel. But dude had pictures of his befores and after. And the reason I loved him was because of how he looked after. Homeboy was 420 pounds.
Damn.
And he has like the steps. It took him 4 years to get down to 180.
What did he do with the extra skin and all that shit?
That's what I'm getting to. When he went down to 180, it shows him a picture with the shirt off, no loose skin. No loose
How'd he
skin.
do that?
Because this is my theory behind it as one. I haven't found anything that actually says it, but here's my theory is that it took him so long that the body naturally heals and moves down to that point. See, the skin's an organ, right? The skin's an organ. It develops cells just like anything else. And the shit gets killed off to either expand or to contract. Now, I seen him do those steps, so I told myself, you know what? I'm not gonna lose all this weight in a year.
Right.
I'm gonna lose this weight 5 years. That was my goal.
Right.
And this June is my 5 year.
Wow.
Now I'm not where I wanted to be back then, but I'm fucking as close as I ever fucking been. And I don't see myself having the same issues that I see other dudes. Like there's this one.
Oh, so you ain't got the extra skin problem?
No. I don't.
Man,
I don't.
cool.
Like I still got the fat on me. I still got some fat that I'm working off, but I do not have it like as bad as I seen other people that lose all the weight within 8 months.
Yeah, that's the. So you think that's too quick? That's
I
It's
think
like
that's too
Big
quick
Boy with them surgeries.
Yeah,
man. Big
yeah.
Boy look crazy to me. I was like, damn.
Because sometimes, what I notice sometimes when people get that surgery, like Big Boy and Al Sharpton, they still got a fat head, but their body, so their head don't match their body no more. It's just-
It looks like somebody took it off and just put it on them.
You
Yeah.
can't have everything.
Now, speaking of losing all, do you watch these shows? Like I'm sometimes I'm fascinated with my 600-pound life.
You know, I've heard of them, but I never watched them. I gave up TV a while back too, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was another thing that helped me out right there.
You make me feel bad with my famous fuck fat people joke. I'm like, damn, you done gave me a whole new outlook on
You know
it.
what? I should have said that. That's what inspired me right there is the fuck fat people jokes because I wanted to stay buddies with this dude. So I'm just, I better lose this weight.
Yeah, but that show is it's ridiculous.
One of the
man.
guys I seen just recently died that was on there. He was up to 800 pounds. Like 3 weeks ago, I seen he died.
Oh yeah, it was a lady. I think she was in was she in Mexico? And she was like 1,000 pounds. She was like 1,000 pounds. They couldn't even fit her out the door. They had to cut a hole in the wall.
Cut the wall, right? Yeah.
How big are you when they got to cut a hole in the wall to get your big ass out the house?
That don't make no sense.
It makes no goddamn
That's
sense
sad,
at all, man.
Yeah, it's you never fighting yourself, never coming to that realization about yourself. It's like denial the whole fucking
Hey, you know
way.
what? I'm gonna tell you something, Julio. You know what's remarkable about your story? This is the truth. Every time I see you, it always makes me feel good that you haven't picked that way back up.
Yeah.
I always look at you because I mean, shit. So many people fall off, man. It's a true blessing that you've never fell off and just went back to that shit.
What helped me was realizing it was an addiction. And if I go back to the same drugs, I'm gonna get that same body. And a lot of people don't realize that. They think, oh, hey, I lost 100 pounds. I can be normal again, and my body's gonna maintain it. Fuck no, you're gonna do the same shit that got you there. That's like the dumbest move you can do. And a lot of people don't see it like that. They're just like, I just keep working out. That's it. But the older you get, the harder that's gonna be to do.
That's true. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that point. Do you get a lot of people asking you for advice?
I do. I get people asking for advice, and a lot of them just don't believe it.
Right,
They're like,
wow.
what? Vegetables? Fuck this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to the point where I just want to get like Tic Tacs and sell them and be like, yeah, here's the pills I took. It's just gonna make you lose weight. You know, when they come back like, hey, it didn't work. Oh, you got to get these too. You know, just keep
That's
hustling.
funny.
Just keep hustling these people. But yeah, a lot of people don't want to believe it.
Yeah. Did you? Has your comedy career been different? You didn't.
Dude, I had so many people tell me, "Oh, you're not gonna be as funny no more because you're not fat."
What?
Yeah, and then a lot of them thought my whole routine was about being fat. Like
Yeah, but
I had a 5-minute bit. bro.
I don't understand that logic that people have. People always act like if life is fucked up, whatever, the shit you're going through, you're gonna be funnier. You're funnier when you broke. You're funnier when you fat. You're funnier when you out of shape. You funnier when you sleeping in a car. I mean, no, that's fucking stupid. You funnier when you got money and you feel good about yourself.
Yeah,
That's when you funny.
When you apply that skill. Hell yeah. When you apply the skill of just looking at something and finding a different way that makes sense and other people just didn't know.
Right.
Or didn't see the connection for it. So yeah, I would get a lot of people telling me that shit, like you're not. But to me, I feel like I'm better, not because I lost the weight, just because I've been doing it longer.
You've probably gotten more pussy in a 5-year span than you did in a 15-year span, huh? Yeah, shit. I bet, yeah. Yeah,
hell yeah, that's true.
Tell us
that's
about
true.
the women, though.
Bro, I went from being friend zoned to now friend zoning, bro. I'm the friend zoning.
There you go. There you go. That's the come up. Yeah. That's the come up right there.
I realized that when I asked somebody out to a show. I've never had this happen to me before, but I was like, hey, I got a show this Friday if you want to come out. She's like, hell yeah, pick me up at 8. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, well,
I'm not, no. Yeah, I want you to come see me. This ain't a date.
Yeah, this ain't a date.
So that's the first time I ever had that happen to me. Before they were like, oh yeah, how many tickets can I get? Like they knew the deal. This time it's like, yeah, pick me up.
They thinking they gonna be on the arms of Julio G at the club. The new improved Julio G. Shit.
Oh man.
So what you think about the comedy game, man? How's everything going? And
it's you know what?
There's a lot of craziness going on,
bro.
in the comedy game.
It's because. Man, for me, like I understood comedy business a long time ago, right? I've been selling my merch for 10 years, 9 years, almost as long as I've been doing it.
Right.
Like within the first year, bam, I had the Subway shirt. And the Subway shirt's been with me for the whole time.
Because you've been doing comedy for how long?
Yeah, over 10 now.
So
January. 10. Yeah, January was 10 years.
10 years, okay. Congratulations on that.
Just, I know, man. Double digits, bro. I feel like I'm in that new class, right? Can't wait to hit 20, bro.
You're OG now.
What have you learned from when you first, man, you look like, oh, man, I didn't know that when I first.
You know what I learned? I learned networking. The importance of networking. And also, it's not only what you're doing on stage. If you want to get to that level, it's not only what you do on stage. 80% of it is what you do when you get off.
That's true.
And a lot of people, I don't think they know that or they don't care about it, or maybe, they're not too serious about this thing. But, I mean, I'm at the point now where I'm already designing, okay, what is it else that I got to do? Like, for example, you guys doing this podcast, that's another venue that you guys can get, bringing in money for this
dope
thing.
dealers.
Bro, I know, that's the best part of the game. And that's kind of how like I started my merch right there. It's like an old school drug dealer where you buy that 20 and then you flip that 20 and then you buy 2 and then you keep flipping that shit. So you got a couple pounds. And that's how it was with me. The t-shirts flipped into wristbands, into shot glasses, into all this stuff. I would just keep recycling that money to buy more and more and bigger orders.
In different merch. It's like I'm expanding off in that. I seen the best I ever seen was the Blue Collar tour. Like they had fucking everything for sale, from barbecue aprons to the barbecue sauce. They had at least, I never seen an operation like, they had at least 100 products they was selling.
Wow, they was killing them.
And I was like, man, these motherfuckers are getting so much extra bread.
Dude, I mean,
they making as much off the merch as they making off the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes even more, man. I mean, I know in my case, it's always more.
In our case, it is. Yeah, in our case, it could be more.
So, sometimes, that merch saved the whole weekend.
Oh, yeah, like you said, I expanded too. I went from t-shirts to now the stickers. I did hats, the shot glasses, the wristbands, magnets. Now I got magnets you can put on your fridge, on your car, whatever it is, man. So you just hustling.
Yeah, so you got businesses going on. You got a lot of stuff going on the side.
The Subway shirts got me into my first business, which was a photo booth rental company called City Lights.
Right.
And if you guys check out subway.com, one of the links on that page is to my City Light photo booth. That was the first one I bought, man. And that one just came to me. You know what it was, man? Kind of like another thing that I used to do for the weight loss is I would go to the mirror and I would picture what I wanted to have. And that kind of led me into doing it in other aspects of my life. So when it came to my hustle, I was picturing checks coming in the mail. I was seeing it, like holding it in my hand and just feeling that stuff. And sure enough, I got a phone call from a friend that's like, hey, a buddy of mine selling this photo booth. Can you tell your fans to see if anybody wants to buy one? And I'm just like, well, shit, I got some cash. How much is it? And what she said it was literally like $500 over what I already had in like a metal box right there under my bed and shit, just saved up. So I was like, well, shit, this money's just sitting here not doing anything. So I went, talked to homeboy. It was about 3 weeks of us talking and figuring stuff out. And I finally pulled the trigger. I said, fuck it, I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump. I don't know first thing about businesses. I don't know about any of that shit. So I said,
Especially
like, I'm going to find out.
photo booth.
Yeah. I had no idea how to set it up. I went to homeboy to like 1 event, 2 events. And by that time I already know exactly how to put everything together.
Right.
And it was pretty easy. So I pulled the trigger on that. I hired the people he already had and I kept using them. And then I found out they were stealing the booth from me, like using it without me knowing.
Oh.
Right. And dude, that was like a hard part for me because part of my change also was to never post anything negative on Facebook anymore.
Right.
Like I don't want Facebook reminding me a year later, hey, remember you bitch this day. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
I didn't want that shit. So I fuck, bro. Yeah, you don't know how bad I wanted to just put these people on blast. Like, fuck this dude, fuck this, for doing all this shit.
Yeah,
but
that don't do no good in most cases.
it does nothing. It does not. All I did was just say, hey, I need a driver. I need a driver for the booth or anything. So then business kept going and I kept hustling. And I realized, you know what? This right here, I'd rather do this than kill myself at the day job. Because a lot of people don't know that too. I still got the day job.
Right.
You know, so I hustled that one. After I make my boss rich, I come home and I make myself rich.
Hey.
I work and I hustle on that, man. Yeah.
There you
Ring
go.
the bell
There
on
you
that
go.
one.
Yeah, dope dealers. That was dope.
Yeah, you got to do that, man.
There's a lot of people think, oh, I don't got the time. Bullshit. You don't want to make the time
Right.
to do this. That's why I was like saying earlier, like I quit TV. I almost quit TV to the point where I remember the first time it ever hit me is I just got done binging on fucking Breaking Bad. And I'm sitting down. I started Saturday. This is Sunday. And I'm sitting down and I'm depressed with myself. One, I didn't move at all. I'm just on the fucking couch these whole fucking, past 2 days. And now I got work tomorrow. It's like my whole weekend went. I could have done this. I could have done that. I could have done that.
Watch
Yeah.
TV.
And all I did was watch TV. Killed my fucking ambition. It puts me in this depressed mood. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life type of shit? And I realized, you know what? Fuck it. This is like another cancer. It's like another drug that I have that I'm addicted to. And I'm not even getting pleasure from it no more. I'm just helping me pass the fucking hours of the day. So I quit that. And it's hard to like kind of just get back and focus on you. But now I'm noticing more that my new TV is my cell phone. Now I'm starting to use that shit constantly. And I'm like to the point where, fuck, I need to get away from that too. Yeah, man. There's always a bunch of distractions that's gonna come into your life. And what helps you succeed is to identify them, to block them, and to keep moving forward with your plan.
Oh man, you listen. You doing it, man.
Yeah, man.
You
That's
doing
good
it,
to
man.
hear. Yeah,
That's what we need. Inspiration, that hustle, man. What would you tell like young entrepreneurs or people trying to? Any advice you'll give them? Trying to do what you doing a little bit. They working a job. Maybe they want to do something on the side. Any advice?
Yeah. I would definitely say find something you love. Don't. I mean, there's a couple of hustles that I got. It's kind of contradicting saying this, but there's a couple of hustles I got that I just don't really love. They're just hustles.
Right.
What I love is the money. But
I didn't love selling crack.
but I loved I can
the
pay my
money.
bills.
I didn't love watching motherfuckers lose their house, cars, wives, kids. I didn't love that.
But I love that I can pay these bills, bro. That's true love right there. But definitely find something you love, and then that way it doesn't. I mean, the cliche fucking doesn't feel like work bullshit. And if you're good at it, if you can master it, then anybody's willing to pay that price for it. Right. So say you don't have something, you just don't want to work for somebody no more. Well, then find something you can tolerate. Find something that you're willing to put some time into, and find what it is that you got in your life that's taking away from you. It's not helping you grow. For me, I wouldn't say I lost a lot of friends, but there's a lot of friends I just don't talk to no more.
Right.
Because they would fuck up my day. Like, you ever had somebody bitch about their day so much they fuck up yours.
Fuck
like
up
it
your
would,
day,
it would be like that. So I would just had to like get away from this, negative energy that was blocking my creation.
Right.
And once I did that, it was kind of like almost anything I touched. And I won't say I excelled or became the best at it, but almost anything I touched was turning profit, was making more money. This whole time that I've been working, these past like about 2 years, the company that I was at, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good money, but we lost contracts. So over the years, it came to the point where now I only work 20 hours a week. 4 days, 5 hours each.
Oh, that's beautiful. Shit.
That is beautiful. And that was another thing. I didn't catch it until my homeboy Smokey pointed that shit out to me, is that is that he goes, everything that you told me you wanted, you have. Like it came into your life. And sometimes like I need somebody to tell me that so I can take a step back and be like, holy shit, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Like I didn't want to work that day job all the time. I wanted to get paid the same amount but work less hours. Yeah. And that basically happens now because they reduced us. I got put into this work sharing program where they compensate you for the hours that you're missing.
Right.
So it's almost like I'm making the same amount.
Yeah.
with less hours.
You work with some white folks. I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Listen,
Damn,
man,
said he cut his hours and giving him the same amount of money.
listen,
and you ain't white?
I ain't gonna argue with
How the fuck you
that.
pull that shit off?
The owners are, bro. That's how we found out about it.
Yeah, I mean, damn, boy, and you got some cool white owners because normally white people keep them type of secrets to themselves. Shit, hey, Julio, check this out, man.
Government,
Instead of 40 hours, we want you to come 20, and we're gonna give you the same amount of money. That is some white folk shit for real. Damn, good for you. Shit.
It's a grind, man. Because I have my own moving company. I don't know if you knew that. Doman Cheap Movers, the top movers in San Fernando Valley. If you need a move,
he'll make it smooth.
we can make it smooth. But I'm 16 years having this, and it kind of happened. I moved out here. I was working little jobs here and there and trying to do the comedy. And my friend, he was a manager at Shoe Guard Storage. Shoe Guard Storage was before Public Storage. Public Storage bought him out. He was a manager. So people were coming there asking him about, you know any movers? I'm looking for movers. So he was doing moves on the weekend. And I would rock with him. Like he said, Ma, you want to come with me? Make $7,500.
Make extra, yeah.
Yeah. So I started doing that with him. And what happened was he met a Mexican girl. He had a degree in education. He met a Mexican girl who also had a degree in education. They got married and they moved to Detroit. I guess they got jobs up there.
That wasn't the smartest education move to Detroit.
Well, I guess they still there.
Yeah.
They still there. And he was like, "Well, Jamal, you I taught you how to do it. Like, keep it going." Yeah. And at the time, I was kind of working little odd jobs, but I said, "Fuck it. I'm just gonna put everything to this company." And if it works, it works. And 16 years later, we're it's funny. We didn't know what the hell we was doing earlier when we first started. It was like like doing comedy at first. Like, but yeah, we
scratching up people's furniture.
Oh, listen, we was moving. We was moving motherfuckers without the right equipment. We
didn't have no back braces on.
We was just doing guerrilla stuff.
Failure is the best.
We didn't know what the hell we were. We was charging people wrong. We'll have people call us and tell us what they got over the phone, and then we'll give them then we'll give them a quote. Of course, we get to their house. They got 3 times more shit than they told us, but we already quoted them a price. Somebody was like, I told some guy, a mover there, he was like, "No, you charging by the hour. What the hell is wrong with you?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, you charging by the hour." I was like, "Oh, I didn't, okay." Yeah. But yes, so listen to your story. It's like, I 16 years later, we still moving strong. I've been my own boss for 16 years. That's and, if I got to go do a show, have some people, handle that. But yeah, it's definitely, yeah. Well, actually, my number one guy is from El Salvador. My number one guy, Edgar.
That's close enough, man.
Yeah, he's from El Salvador. My number one guy is from El Salvador, man. So yeah, it's a grind, man. Hey, listen, man, we let's do some. Let's have some fun, man. We do this thing called the Dope 7. We got 7 questions. We're gonna ask you, Julio, and you give us. Just give us your answer, man. What you think? Right. The Dope 7. Let's get it down, man. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility.
That's it. Then Malik said, everybody must want to be. I'm thinking people gonna want to fly.
No, they want to be invisible so they can just be in the room with a bit. She
just bam, gone, bro.
And you just be sitting on the bed looking at her. She don't even know you there.
Yo, okay. If I could be invisible.
You imagine banging a chick while you invisible, bro?
Oh my goodness, man.
See it open, you can see through it.
The girl lied. Listen, I'll be the ultimate stalker. I'll be like, "Where you at?" I'm in the house. I'm in my crib. Just chill, bitch. I'm here in your crib. You ain't here.
Yeah.
All right. If you had a comedy special, what would the name of the comedy special be?
The Beginning.
I like that. The Beginning.
The Beginning.
Craziest place you ever had sex?
Central Park.
Damn.
New York City? Is it
New York City, yeah.
Oh,
real?
man.
You bought some pussy right there? No, it's me right there. I'm like, damn, you just said, fuck it. Bitch, we ain't getting no room. Shit, I give you $20 extra and we fuck right here in the park.
Nah, I got lucky.
What time of day? What season was
it was still it was her idea.
What season was it?
It had to be spring. It wasn't wintertime.
No, hell no, winter.
Yeah, it wasn't wintertime.
Y'all was on the bench?
No, we were actually in the. You know how they have like a lot of those little tunnels.
Yeah.
Where you got like the walkway.
Y'all was fucking by the rats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, because some of them tunnels are pretty big, so you can go in the middle and just kind of be blocked from both ends. But yeah, it was definitely exciting. Number 2, I would say the Queen Mary.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah, during the tour.
And we got a show out there on the 12th. Maybe I'll be fucking out there. I'm out there on April 12th. Queen Mary.
Bro, take the tour, because there's one point in the tour where we found a door, right? And we go through this door and we just walked all the way down to the stairs. And when you get to the bottom, that's it. It's the end of it. And there's 2 doors on the side. So
Yeah, I'm too dark. I'd have 5 charges.
follow him.
Yeah.
Where's he going?
See, you light skinned. They don't know if what you are for real. They like, okay, you could be a few different races. They know what I am.
He probably
See
works
me down
here.
there fucking.
That's what they thought with me, right? He probably works here.
Yeah, shit. See me down there fucking. I be caught a case and have to report. What's that? What you gotta do? You know, you catch the case out fucking in public.
Yeah.
Indecent exposure.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, number 4 question is kind of like a 2-part question. Worst moment on stage and best moment on stage.
Worst moment on stage was back in the beginning, back when I first started. It was during this open mic, and the comic before me was like very animated in this bit about how buff gay people are, and he wanted to be gay so he can be buff and all this stuff. And then he did another bit.
To be gay. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. Then he did another bit where he talked about fuck parades, and he was running around all over the stage and just very animated with it. And when I got up, my first joke was, "Hey, you keep moving like that, you'll look gay in no time." And all his friends didn't like that shit.
Damn.
So this is me back when I'm first starting. I don't know about the energy that I got, right? Because my energy got fucked up at that moment.
Right.
And now everybody in the crowd just feels it. So everything I'm saying, even though it's hit before, is just not hitting anymore.
Right. I know that feeling.
So that to me was the shittiest feeling that I ever had. And I told myself, never again. I'll take myself out of it, or I'll be happy with it. I'll just be myself, because people, usually love that shit. So it was, I think, the week after that, and these were like both open mics. I go into another one, and there was only 2 people in the fucking crowd. But I came in with that mentality from the fucked up show before, that no matter what, I'm gonna make sure these fuckers laugh. So I get on stage and I start fucking with them, and I forgot what stupid joke it was. One guy was white, one guy was black, and I was like, one of the comics always told me, you learn how to read the crowd, but I'm dyslexic. You know what I mean, brother? And I pointed at the white guy. so
That's funny.
That's funny.
So that started the whole thing, and then I got into it. But I was just happy that I had 2 people laughing their asses off. To me, is the hardest thing. Because usually people just don't want to fucking laugh.
Yeah, the small crowds are always worse.
They just don't
Always
want to fucking
harder.
laugh. Big ones are beautiful.
Easy. It's easy by
But
that
yeah,
time.
yeah, big ones are like wet pussy. I mean, hard
it's
crowds.
already
is-
they're ready.
Yeah, small crowds is like
just
you gotta,
stick it in.
You got to work your way in.
long as you got good rhythm, you're good.
Your best moment on stage. Did you give me that one?
That was it.
That was that one.
Okay. So you put it together.
This
Okay.
motherfucker don't even smoke weed.
All right. Dope 7. We doing question number 5. If you were an Olympic athlete, what sport would it be in?
Shit, you know what? Probably long distance running, man. Is that even a thing?
Yeah,
Is there a marathon thing? Yeah. Because
The Kenyans, the Africans win it every year.
That's one thing. Like I remember challenging myself, telling myself, you know what? I'm pretty sure I can learn to love anything. And I'm like, I'm going to learn to love running. One thing that I've never saw myself doing. I would go out, walk and whatever. And I got proud of myself when I was able to actually run a mile. And the first time I ever ran 8 miles straight, like I'm to a point where I almost want to cry because I cannot believe that I pushed myself to this point.
Yeah, that is remarkable.
And it's gotten to the point, like now I've done over 7 half marathons, which is like 13-mile races. And the last one I did was over 310 3,600 feet.
Oh, wow.
Up in the air, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's hey, congratulations on that.
Man,
That would definitely be a
So
long distance.
Long
Yeah,
distance runner.
running.
All right, man. All right, question number 6. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Star Wars, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
Star
see
Trek I never got into.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could
that
never.
shit, I didn't understand that old weird
I
ass
could never get into. I also agree. We three are
Weird
weird ass. I
ass
could
shit.
never really get into Star Trek like that.
Where the fuck was they going?
Right? They never got there.
Some of the newer ones,
And
like
then the black woman on there was too comfortable. You know, a black woman would have been on that motherfucking spaceship just acting like she down to be there. She'd have been talking shit.
who doing her hair? That's what I want to know. When's she getting her hair done in space? You can't. Yeah, listen. All right, cool. Last question, man. If you could have one night with any woman on the planet, who would it be?
Oh, shit.
Damn. That's a new question. Shit. That shit's in a tingle down my body. I'm thinking. Got me thinking.
Julio's concentrating real hard.
I know.
Nigga, you don't want to fuck this one up.
I know you don't.
And you don't want to, belittle yourself. Like, shit, you don't want to say somebody and then go, damn, I could have picked a badder bitch. Damn.
This is no right or wrong answer.
No, there definitely no. But I'm gonna go that other route and then go to the celebrities.
Yeah, let's do the celebrities.
Yeah, we'll do the celebrities. All right, cool.
If you just said, Bianca, nobody knows who the fuck she
you
is.
just said Marie. It's like, who's that?
Melissa from Pico.
But you
Boulevard.
know, I like J-Lo, man.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's funny. You know what? No matter how many motherfuckers she fuck with, I seen her the other day. I was thinking the same thing. I still would take her.
Yeah.
And
Like,
she done fucked thousands of motherfuckers.
like after Anthony, I was like, I got a chance.
Yeah,
Big
she
eyed
fucked that little,
motherfucker, I got a chance.
fuck that little motherfucking
And it's funny. I was just watching
goddamn horse
Selena.
jockey.
Oh yeah.
I was watching Selena the other day. I was watching that.
Yeah, Selena was beautiful too.
Oh, Selena was real
But yeah,
beautiful,
but I mean,
man.
yeah. But J-Lo playing her, that's when J-Lo was at her hottest.
Well, that made her star. I think that was like her breakout
she had
film.
a bad body in that motherfucker. Remember her father didn't want her
And she
dressed
still
in
does, man. Like
Yeah,
I've
she
seen
still got the
a
bad
couple
body.
photo shoots recently.
Oh,
where
no,
I'm just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
God
Yeah, yeah.
damn.
She
man.
don't even look like she done did all that
Right?
fucking.
Or didn't even look like she aged either. Like
Nah, she look good still.
drinking the blood of young children or something. Bro. I don't know what the secret is.
Alex Rodriguez giving her them steroids. That's what he doing.
Yeah.
Giving her them steroids, man. What made you want to start comedy, man? How you get into it?
You know what, man? I was always that funny guy at the party, man. I would always have a group of people laughing and all this stuff. And it was a Christmas party that I went to. I remember my boss asking me, he's like, hey, do you have a girlfriend? I go, do I have a girlfriend or did I come alone? He's like,
Right.
he's like, yeah, did you come alone? I go, yeah. And he puts me at this table with like 8 women, right? 2 of them worked at the company and then they brought all their friends.
Right.
And I'm sitting down at this table and I just had all of them dying, just dying laughing. And at that point, I think one of them was a waitress at the Ha Ha Club.
Oh,
And I was already going to the Ha Ha Club almost religiously. Yeah, and just as a customer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Shout out to the Ha Ha.
Yeah.
so she was the one that kind of pushed me further, like, oh my God, you're so funny. You know, you're funnier than some of the people that I see out there. And then when I would go to the Ha Ha and watch the shows, like on the weekends, some of the comics that I saw, I'm just like, you know what? I can do better. I can do better.
Yeah, we
So that-
always think like
I hope that wasn't the night I performed.
Yeah, we do,
there.
right?
We always think like that.
I had performed there a couple times. It might have been the night I was
Shit,
there.
I thought I could do better than LeBron.
So,
You start naming names, right? So I ended up doing the open mic, and I told Jack I wanted to be on the show, and this is, you know, comedy's to the point where like, oh yeah, just bring 5 people, you're fucking on. So I brought 60.
oh wow, I know Jack loved you.
I brought
Damn.
60.
You was Jack's friend,
10
best friend right there.
$10 a ticket, man. I brought 60.
Oh, Jack,
and,
yeah.
And the next, and they gave me 15 minutes.
Wow.
He gave me 15 minutes. My
Well, of
first
course,
time
you
up.
bring 60
And-
people.
Yeah, right.
He gonna give you 15
You
minutes.
lucky Jack might have
Dude,
gave you the whole show.
He told me, he goes, we only give the new guys 5, but you did so good. You know, you had everybody else laughing, so they let me go. So after that, it just became snowballing. I was coming back to the show. This time I was buying the tickets off
So when the
Jack.
last time you performed
selling
at the
them.
Ha
February.
February.
February,
Cool,
yeah. And you know, I went on a long term where I just didn't right? Just didn't where I kind of was off doing this thing. But now I'm at the point where like they're like, hey, come perform on Thursday, you know, for their Latino night.
Oh yeah, that's
come
cool.
on out.
That's cool, man. Well, listen, man, we had fun with you, man. We appreciate you, man.
Man, we killed an hour. Right
Yeah,
now.
didn't we?
Damn,
Man, I think when it's time flies when you're having fun, man. You want to anything you want to tell the people, man? How can they find you?
I appreciate you guys. You support me. Subway.com is the website. If you want to
spell it for me.
It's SUPWEY.com. You can find me right there. I post all my shows. Anything I got coming up will be posted on there. Social media wise on Facebook, you can put facebook.com/OG Comedy. On Instagram, it's @OG Comedy. On Snapchat, it's @OG Comedy. So you can find me. Already got a block right there, bro.
Dope dealers and OGs.
What you got coming up? Got anything coming up? Or?
Yeah, I got. Oh, you know what? I got Flappers. Anybody out here in the area? Flappers in Claremont. I'll be headlining there the 27th and the 28th. There'll be 3 shows altogether.
Okay.
We got Laughlin in May 4th. We have New York on May 16th at the Levity Live.
I see that. Yeah. Oh, that's big.
Levity Live. More local shows on the 24th. I'll be at the Starting Gate. On the 14th, I'll be Sage and Whittier. Shoot, what else?
Busy.
Yeah,
That's
tomorrow at the Scene out there in I believe it's Hollywood still.
Where you from originally?
I'm from like Norwalk.
No, okay,
Norwalk
right.
is where I
What
grew
do you mean
up,
like Norwalk?
No, I'm from Norwalk.
Like Norwalk.
Cool, man. Well, listen, man, we appreciate it, man. You really enlightened,
Yeah, that was even though I never had a weight loss problem, I learned some shit today. I'm looking at all that shit from the opposite side.
So shout out, man. Come back and see us anytime, man.
I appreciate
Come
you
back
guys.
and we appreciate y'all, man. That's episode 8, man.
Episode 8. Hey, give us a call. 818-916-1818.
One more time.
818-916-1818. Hey, and at 420, April 20th, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Check me out with my homie Felipe Esparza at the Isleta Casino Resort, 420. We are going to be so high.
Listen.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how high we going to be on that day.
Y'all going to be Bobby Brown and Whitney.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be high as hell. We looking forward to that in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They getting ready. They making edibles now. Boy, it's gonna be a hell of a day.
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to Comedy Pop-Up Nick, everybody out there, man, doing their thing, man. And listen, we always looking for sponsors, man. So listen, our numbers are growing. So if you want to become a sponsor, call that number or go to our IG page, Dope Dealers. We on Instagram, it's Dope Dealer Podcast, and sponsorship start as low as $50. So
no, they don't.
$50.
Shit, $50. What do you mean?
Start as low as $50. So
hey, for $50, I'm gonna say half your name. Fuck you mean $50?
Hey, listen, we ain't turning down no money here on the Dope Dealer Podcast, man. Listen, man, if you're listening to this, please rate us and review us. Please rate us and leave a review. That means a lot to us, man.
For sure.
Once again, hit us up on Instagram. I'm Jamal Doman. I'm at Jamal Doman, JamalDoman.
At Tobe Hixx, TOBEHIXX. Also at Twitter, Tobe Hixx. Hey, check us out.
Yeah, and,
episode 8.
Episode 8, man. We listen. We building. Remember, we have an Instagram page now. It's called Dope Dealer Podcast. So go add us on that, man. Please spread the word. If people out there do not have an iPhone, they can listen to us on Google Play, Stitcher. What's the one I'm missing? SoundCloud. Also, if they don't, so all you cheap motherfuckers who don't have an iPhone, you can do it on. Well, I shouldn't say cheap, but because the other phones are expensive too, man. Yeah. We appreciate you guys, man. I think I got everything, man. Shout out to my whole family. Oh yeah, shout out to Lotto Richie. That's that song that opened up and is gonna close our podcast. That's the homie out of Philly. His name is Lotto Richie, man. That's a fresh
Lotto Richie.
Lotto Richie.
Hell of a name. What the fuck is that about?
He used to go by Lotto. He was Lotto for a lot of years, and I guess he
is a nigga light skinned. Like Lionel Richie? I mean, why would you want that
Listen, Lotto Rich. Listen, that's what he going. You know how
Number
these.
one track is Hello.
Yeah, but you hear how dope he is, man.
Yeah, give it up for Lotto Rich.
His song is opening and closing our intro. And if you have any music that you want us to play, just send it to us. And we will open and close our show out with your song. So please send us. Toby got to give him the number one last time.
818-916-1818.
Hey, listen, we love y'all, man. It's the world's most dangerous podcast, Dope Dealers.
Damn, that was...
Peanut butters, fresh peanut butters, fresh peanut butters, fresh peanut butters. Man, I'm from a city that desperately needs more love. And pussies get exposed like Pornhub. Catch you slipping, buying chicken wings and fried rice. Yeah. They gon' like that store up. If you make it through the summer, then you very lucky. Cause niggas tryna turn your face into a cherry slushy. See, perfectly good days could get very ugly. I heard them pillows inside them coffins are very comfy.